Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is a beautiful morning this morning, and I snuggled into bed to listen to the rain on the roof. It was so blissfully calming and a wonderful sound to wake up to. So it's why I'm a little bit late. And as you may see on the outside of here, I'll just see if I can get that, whether you can see the rain or not. Let's have a look. Can you see the rain? Oh, you can sort of see it's a bit cloudy and grey, and it definitely is raining. It's beautiful. Love it. So, it's my reason for being a little late. I'm Ros Boundy, Psychic Medium, bringing you the daily Lenormand card spread and the reading of the cards, of course, in that interpretation. So, I have got them out already and they're laid down on the table. So, we might just go over to those straight away as I have a glance at that beautiful rain. It's gorgeous, it's gorgeous. Here we go. Connect in with your guiding spirits, etc. All that stuff. You can tell it's a little bit overcast because of the light or lack of it that's coming into the table at the moment. So I think it's lovely, wonderful to see it. Beautiful rain. Now I'll just go into that a little bit further. Here we have. I've decided to use the fairy tale cards this morning, mainly because I went to find the Gilded Breviary set and I couldn't find it. And I'd brought my phones in from the lounge from last night and placed them down and realised as I had these set out, guess where the cards were, the usual set, underneath my phone. So, oops, goofed on that one. So we've got the fairy tale cards. They're gorgeous. They're by Lisa Hunt and Arwen Lynch, so a lovely set of cards here. We've got the ship, the crossroads and the cross, and we have the owl card. Let's have a look at our usual owl card. It is, health is the greatest gift, contentment the greatest wealth, faithfulness the best relationship if it focuses. Doesn't seem to stay focused all the time that I'm reading anything on these cards, does it? And that's a Buddhist teaching, we can see that. So health is the greatest gift, contentment the greatest wealth, and faithfulness the best relationship. Wonderful saying. There's so many beautiful sayings and quotes that we can use throughout our day, isn't there? So long as what we're using for ourselves as far as that the mantras or whatever we're using, that they are our truth. Right, let's get to these cards anyway. Going to zoom in really close if I can get them that way, and that's as far as I can get them. That is the closest I can get them. Ship, crossroads and cross. Now, the way that I'm reading these is using the central card as the main thing. And good morning, Michaela. You're the first one here to create a comment for us to share your thoughts of the day. Morning, lovely Rose. Is it your thoughts of the day? What would your thoughts of the day be when looking at these three cards? What was your initial reaction for anyone that's watching this? Put that in the comments, what your reaction is, what your one word even of what you would say to summarise looking at this as your first reaction, rather than before I start to explain what the cards are about. Exactly, Michaela. I did the little mini weather report. It is wet. I'm getting wet here, and I'd love to go out and dance in the rain. It'd be perfect. I'm not at the moment because I'm here doing the reading. So here we have the crossroads. It is full of what looks like little mini dangers and everything because of the twisted vines and the roots of the trees and the hidden little faces that we can see. But is it? Remember, this is a fairy tale deck, and that's wonderful. I love that. Sailing through all the rain in life. Wonderful. I like that summary. That's a good one to start with. Thank you. So with the crossroads, I am going to get leave that steady and pointing down because it's the fairy deck. Sometimes there is that are the extra reading meanings because it's something different to what we're normally looking at, fairy tale based. And good morning to you as well, Michelle Troubles. Wow, yes, you could be right. how much importance we give to that, or are they a learning lesson? Let's have a look. And then Michaela's sharing, and eventually we pass over all, after all the sailing in the rain. Yes, we do. We're taking a journey in different ways. We're doing the crossroads first as the main theme. And what that's giving us, it's paths, decisions, a direction, which direction, and what choice. So it's all of those as far as keywords go. And the path taken remains a quintessential motif in the world of fairy tales, because there are nearly always choices presented. So many a hero or heroine's made at this crucial point. So the road you take will influence anything else that you do that happens. Where it appears in your spread, well, we've got it in the centre for our main theme today. So it does give you the choices that we make. Our choices is whether it's by, um, you know, whichever way it is, we're going the left or the right. We haven't got other cards in the spread besides the ship is the home space and the cross is the workspace. So what we're doing is choosing which is the best for us. One is darker looking and less trodden than the other. This one looks lighter and has more foot traffic, whatever you call it. There is a signpost, but which way you're going to go. I'm seeing a little anime looking character in there that's got goggles. See that? And the little face there and almost robotic arms and ready to take that journey. Almost looks like a giant against the path. So I don't know what the significance of that one's going to be. So feel into what you're seeing with this card as far as which way would you go. So these are your so there are hidden faces here. It is telling me that. I knew that there was. These are your subconscious thoughts helping you make the most from this card. So what do you see in the card? It's not easy when it's not full size in front of you, but you can see various different little faces. That one looks like a cat where I'm pointing there. That looks like it might be a horse's head. There's others hidden in here all over the place. I'm not going to take the time to look at absolutely everything. We need to get moving with it because the choice is there. Sit with the energy that this crossroads card is giving us as that general theme today and make our choices as we move through them in those present moments that we're going to have occur throughout our day. Okay, now I think what it's also saying is, do we take the left or the right? We weigh all the possibilities to make the right decision. So it won't give us all the answers, but nearby ones may clarify. So with our ship in the home space, what we're going to experience with that is the ability to shift and move as we need to, depending on whether the wind is taking us one way, the current, the tide, whatever our efforts are going to do with the oars. You know, are we steering the ship? The family steering the ship? What is it that's happening in your home space? How are you experiencing the events? How are you experiencing even your emotions? Because we are on water and the water can tend to be an indication of emotions as well. Now, I'm trying to look up, I was looking up 10, which is the wrong one because that's next to it. I'm meant to look up number 3. Card 3 is the ship, and it's about travel, new ventures, and foreign investments. So maybe you're going to come up with some plans to go on holiday with your family, and you're just going to be choosing something that is a here or a there. Very simple. Checking it out that way. And I'm just going to pop over here. I just realised I hadn't popped in to see if there was anyone on the on the Instagram page to say hello to. I do see that there is, so welcome aboard as well. So that was silly of me, wasn't it? Okay, let's just read what the card has. So this magic boat helps a young boy embark on a fabulous journey. So he saves an old man who gives him a boat that can grow from the size of a toy to a large vessel. There's some magic here. So in our home space, family, relationships, there's some magic happening. So our young hero gathers up animals who help him on his many journeys and even save his life. I'd like to read that story. It's not one that I don't think I've actually heard of this one as far as a different fairy tale. The evil emperor is the evil emperor. I might need new glasses. The evil emperor is defeated when all the creatures band together. So to honour the animals, you can find the cat, the ant, the bee, and the crane on our ship. It's a little too far away to see them through the camera, but believe me, they are there. I've looked before. I have read this card before and looked it up in detail. Not the full story, but on this card itself. So here is foreign commerce personified. So the direction of the boat's important. We have it looking back as far as with reading cards and this sort of thing, direction. This pointing to the left is usually the past, pointing to the right is usually the future. So what we have is bringing our past experience, our expertise and connections, those things that are from where we've come from, is having the influence of deciding. So consult with your family as you are wanting to, if you are planning on doing holiday planning, consult with them as to what is the next, with the previous experience of maybe past holidays and what you thought of those. Or even just bringing in some of that is your past experiences on the emotional level. If it's not for holidays and it's more around how the relationships are shaping up, bring that experience into deciding, choosing what is the next step in your relationship with whoever it is that you are feeling challenged. I'm not feeling difficult. I'm not feeling any difficulty, but just challenges and moving things forward. And it can certainly be celebrating something that is coming up in that area that you are, bringing forward in more of a, wow, let's take it the next step. I mean, it could be from just friendship into a deeper relationship that is benefiting all around you. So let's move across to what is the cross in our workspace, because the cross can tend to be that is a little difficult. I don't know what the fairy tale is for this one, so let's have a look. The keywords are burdens, pain and suffering. It is the last card in the traditional Lenormand decks that you'll see, and to me it feels like a completion and going into that next phase of trust, because that's how I see the cross, is a card of trust. Trust in self, trust in what's happening for you as being the best, most perfect next option, next step, next indication of what there is for you as that learning and growing and stretching yourself process. Yes, probably challenging, but that challenge strengthens our muscles for whatever is preparing us for, preparing us for that next growing ourselves and getting to understand ourselves even further. So with this, the story is the red shoes. A young girl chooses pretty red shoes over helping her dying foster mother. So she has that focus on something that is external for starters. She's cursed not only to wear the shoes forever, but to dance without stopping. Have you heard of this tale before yourselves? So even though she suffers from blisters and bleeding feet, she must keep dancing. Finally, she sees an executioner whom she begs to help her. Right, he chops off her feet, but the shoes go dancing off into the woods. Moved by her cries, he helps her with crutches and a rosary. Finally, she enters a church where her confession is heard. Once she repents, her aching burden is lifted. So a teaching tale from the world of the fairy tale brings the message of the cross. So what burdens of life are bearing down on you? And when you admit and open up to that is the burden, that then is lifted. Pain may be expected in the workspace. There could be something that needs to be shifted on to move your focus back to what is the core representation of what you're doing with your work and how you are presenting that to the world. For things that you feel that you have goofed up on, admit. Repent is a heavy word, but it is something that you need to forgive yourself for making mistakes, because honestly, in the long run, mistakes are not something that's wrong. It just means it's part of that learning curve for knowing not to repeat it exactly the same, to shift how we are doing, how we are being, how we understand, all of that part of life. So that'll then lift that pain. It'll then let go of that feels like it's a burden, and you can move on with what is that next step again into what you need to be doing for your work. Okay, in whatever way that is. So, to summary, what we have are choices in our day to day. So we can continue to make choices that are going to always look backwards and not take any notice of what's in the present moment and moving forwards. Shift it round and learn from those experiences of our past and bring that into the present time of being able to let that go so that we can shift our perspective and look forward to be able to take the right path, make the right choice. And even then, that's going to be dependent on how you are feeling in that inner level of you. Okay? Because ultimately it comes down to how we ourselves are experiencing our life with those variables that are in it that are ours. But we do still have that opening awareness of who we are in the whole so that it is benefiting everyone. Okay? Hopefully that all made sense. If it doesn't, well, sit with it for a while, look at those cards yourself. I'll be placing the picture up as well, the photo. I haven't quite got that done. My phone nearly went flat. So I don't get in the habit of putting it on the charger overnight. Silly me, yeah, I know, but anyway, it still gets charged. It's just that and the photo will still get posted in the Facebook and the Instagram and wherever else I post it. I think there's about 4 or 5 destinations it goes to. So the same as where these go, you should see the link for the website that I've got going at the moment, the psychic.online. And good morning, Kay. I love the hearts. Thank you so much, Kay. And also to Michaela, bringing in those gorgeous little emojis too. Thank you so much. And feel into what these cards are speaking to you and summarize it in, 1 or 2 words for what might be your mantra through the day. Thank you for being here. Love and appreciate you all. Keep being the best that you can be. And we'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.